I am so excited to introduce our guest today, Julie Reisler. She is the CEO of Empowered Living. She's a transformational expert, founder of Life Designer Coaching Academy. Julie was voted top 10 most influential life coaches in 2023, and I'm so glad she's here with us today as we enter the new year. Julie, thank you so much for being here today.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I am so excited.
So I want to talk all about, first of all, the new year. We've got so many people setting goals and resolutions, but you say that's not always the best way to actually achieve something that you want to accomplish. So talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I love this question. I think it's very this time of year. We focus on how can I be new year, new me, my big goals. And goals are fantastic. We want to honor the desires, the goals that we have in life, right? You want to run a half marathon, you want to create a new career. The thing is, though, where most people get tripped up is they go for the big goal and they fail to see it's not the big goal actually to focus on. It's the little micro movements, it's the baby steps, it's those little new habits that you're building. So the trick is you got to look at the big goal and then you got to reverse engineer it.
Okay, I love that. So how do we take that goal and like reverse engineer it? And you mentioned something called SMART goals. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so SMART goals, and it's something I actually teach in my coaching course as well. SMART goals are really helpful. They help us to basically look at the goal that we are setting and get them very granular. So S in SMART stands for specific, M starts for measurable. We want to make sure our goals are specific, measurable, A is attainable, R is realistic, and T is timely. So you put your goal through that system and that's where you start to get your little baby steps, your little baby goals. Those daily goals that you're setting up, that's what's going to help you, whether it's to run the half marathon, maybe it's to start a new program or leave your job and you give yourself an end date. What do you need to do every day? Those little baby goals and habits, when you pair those together over time, that leads to the new goal that you will achieve.
Now, you also mentioned your program, your life designer coaching certification program, and you're a life coach yourself. You teach other life coaches. First of all, tell us what is a life coach and how can someone work with one?
Yeah, I get this question all the time, Ashley, and I think it's fantastic because life coaching has been blossoming. It's been booming over the last 5, 6 years. It's now used in companies, Fortune 500 companies, in the military, in the government. I've actually had the pleasure and good fortune of coaching many C-suite executives and government officials and entrepreneurs. So coaching, life coaching, it's all about helping the client, the person, to design a life that is matched to their goals. It's less focused on the past traumas that you've had in your life. It's more focused on the present, what's important to you, how do you want to live your life, and then the future, what are you creating? And in that training of becoming a coach, you learn how to help others to actually, what we talked about, set the goal and to accomplish it with support, with accountability, and a whole lot of other skills.
And this all really started with you personally working with a life coach years ago. Can you tell us about how that experience shaped where you are today?
Yeah, I was, at a point where I was really looking at my life and saying, wow, things are fine, but they felt like they weren't exactly where I wanted them to be in my health, in my marriage, in my job. I had a coach who literally shifted my perspective. That's part of the aspect of coaching is changing the way you look at things. When you change the way you look at things, things change. And in working with him, it really shifted my perspective on all areas. And I was able, with his support, to make changes in all parts of my life, in my health, in my relationship, in my career. It actually led me to going back to school, got a master's degree in this work of coaching, and then began to teach it at Georgetown University and since then.
And so now you have this coaching academy in school where you train other life coaches. So tell me about that because there's an opportunity here for folks who might be listening or watching and curious about a career shift. So tell me about what it takes to become a life designer. How do you know if it's for you?
So the first thing I always say is if you're listening and you're a person who finds yourself like people come to you, they talk to you, they share, they like reveal their secrets. You may not even know them well. I always say, do you feel like you're wearing a sign that says come talk to me? Come find me. Like if you're one of those people, you definitely want to consider this work because part of what you are doing as life coach is you are creating a very safe space where the other person can be vulnerable, can open up, can share their dreams, their goals, their desires. And often what happens is we have fear, we have self-doubt, we get stuck. So learning to be a coach and hold space for that and know how to move through that is very important. But I would say for those that are thinking like, I don't know, I've kind of thought about it. Maybe you were interested in psychology or in helping others, or you're just someone where others come to really easily. Pay attention. You're probably someone that would be a really excellent life coach, life designer.
And what have you seen happen for the people who have gone through your program? What has changed for them in terms of their career path?
Yeah, this has been just one of the biggest gifts, and really, it's been incredible to watch all the different graduates what how they're using this work, and it varies. And I've had students from all over the world. We've had coaches that have left their jobs and are doing this full time, making six figures. I have single moms that are now doing this on the side, bringing in a side income, full time income. I have retired people that are retired and this is their next chapter in their life. I've had therapists go through this program that have now adopted coaching methodologies as well. I've seen those that have been coached, that I've coached, have come through the program, write a book, start a podcast, find their lifelong partner. I mean, it's just the list goes on. It's a beautiful thing to see. You can use this work in so many different ways. You can do it virtually. Just as impactful, and you can use it in any country, in any place, because everywhere there are humans that have goals and desires and need help getting there.
So, how is your program different from other life coaching programs out there? Because it seems like the wild, wild west sometimes, like people who are
Yeah.
like, I want to be a life coach, I don't know how to choose. How is yours different?
Well, I think that number one, getting a training and certification is important in this work, just like you would if you saw a counselor or an acupuncturist. So I think having that certification is important. What makes this different, I thankfully have a really rich background in coaching. I got my master's degree in it. I still teach at Georgetown University. I also weave in all of the different trainings I've done in mindset, in leadership, in mindfulness. And it's a very powerful virtual community. It's a global virtual community. I think it's the people that are attracted to this program. We have amazing, amazing students from all over the world that stay connected, that connect with each other, and that stay in touch. And we have this beautiful community that stays even after the program's over. So that support is baked in.
That is so huge. Okay, Julie. So for folks that are listening and are like, "Oh my gosh, I'm interested, I want to learn more." Where can we find more information about the great work that you're doing in this world today?
Thank you so much. Yeah, the best way to find me, come to juliereisler.com. That is my website. I have all the information about the coach certification. You can also find me on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook. Just literally type in Julie Reisler. You will find me. Leave me a note. I would love to connect with you. I love meeting new people. And if you're interested and you think this is your path or you just want to talk about it, come find me. Love to chat.
Love it. Julie, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you. Thank you.